Onika, and welcome to OnikaMcLean.com. Today's word of the day is acceptance. We're going to talk today about accepting yourself as you are, right? So I'm going to start off with a personal story. So I grew up in a housing projects in Brooklyn, Boulevard houses in East New York. And I started working at law firms, and then I later went to college as an adult. So I'm in college, and I am creating this new space for myself. So people are seeing me in a different light, and it's wonderful. I'm invited to the meetings, I'm invited to the dinners. I just feel like my world is changing, right? So I'm in college, and somebody one of my classmates offers to drop me off from school. So I'm like, okay. So I was going to school till like 10:30 at night or whatever, and I had to work the next day. So that was kind of perfect for me. So she wanted to drop me off, and it hit me. She didn't know that I lived in the projects. So I was like, shit, how am I do this? So I'm driving, she's driving me home, and I had her pull over to a block that I did not live on, and act as if I just pray to God that those people didn't open the door. And I acted like I didn't live there because I was so ashamed of where I was, right? And it's not that I was ashamed of where I came from, because people will say that, but I just felt like where I was going, where I came from, had no real space, and I didn't accept it. I kind of thought that I had to turn into a chameleon and change who I was in order to be accepted. And that story sticks out in my mind because I put myself in danger. I mean, I didn't even know what the hell, I didn't even know the block. I just did it because my ego took hold of me, and my ego said to me that what is true is they're going to judge you. You're not going to be invited anymore. They're all, and you know what? That girl probably didn't give a damn where I lived. I was just a cool person, and she was just giving me a lift. But all that negativity that I've told myself about my environment and where I come from and how I've seen it depicted on television and in movies, and even though that really wasn't like my life because I grew up there, but I mean, it was my situation, so of course I'm not going to think it was that bad. So maybe I digress. But my ego wouldn't allow me to show all aspects of myself, and not accepting yourself really is a self-esteem thing, because what happens is you start hiding. You keep hiding, and what happens is you just have to keep on doing things to hide. So now I can't invite anybody over. I'm feeling standoffish. I'm going to everyone else's houses for study dates, but I can't invite anybody to my home for study dates, and they're not thinking about it the way I'm thinking about it because I'm hiding. Right? I'm not accepting myself, and they can't fully accept me. So are we really friends? No, we're not really friends because I wasn't being honest. I wasn't being who I was. And it took some years to just start really accepting who I was. Now is a situation, I'm talking to millionaires, right? Okay, now I have some old guy friends that got a whole bunch of money. So they're talking about a housing project. There's something happened on the news, and I'm in the office, and we're talking about, this disparaging situation in these communities and how it's systematically set up for failure. And the vast majority of these people are not getting out there, not educated, blah, 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 blah. So I turned around to this guy, and I'm not going to say his name because it's going to the internet, but I turned around to him and I said, I grew up in a housing project. And I was there for a very, very long time. And he was like, Onika, you would do anything to win an argument. That's a lie. Right? Because in his mind, his reality was Onika is a different kind of person, let's just say that, right? I had to have come from some kind of affluence because of the way I speak, the way I'm conducting his business, and how I'm able to just orchestrate certain things. No way in the world that I come from a housing project. But I had to say to him, no, it's true. I Googled it. It's true. He called me 3 times, 3 days later. Onika, you're telling the truth. It was no, it's the truth. Because I had to start accepting me, all of me. And what I learned, this is what I learned. My range is crazy, right? So now what I'm saying has more influence because I have been on that side of the track. I know what it is to take myself by my bootstraps and create an existence for me and my family, right? I know what it is to do that, and that means I'm dope. like that means I'm dope. So what I did was I spent all this time not accepting myself, not accepting what was going on around me, hiding it. Oh, just lie after lie after. I couldn't even remember all the lies I was telling just so that I could feel accepted because I just felt so out of this world. Okay, so when I was in this world, I was a pretty big influence in it. But when I stepped into the real world where not everybody looked like me and not everybody came from where I came from, and people, they have trust funds. What do you mean? My trust fund, right? All this stuff. You're like, trust funds? What are they talking about, right? And when that started occurring, I just felt so disconnected. But what I had to start doing was connect with myself. I had to accept all things, Onika, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the insecurity, the low self-esteem, the daddy issues, all those things. I had to kind of just face her and say, okay, come here, baby. I accept it all. All of it. I accept it. I'm not going to hide you. I'm not going to put you in a corner. I am going to accept it because the only way we can grow from here is to accept all that we come from. Accept it. I am Onika, and this is OnikaMcLean.com. Be well, be blessed, and I'll see you again.